Hello, poodles. What's happening? I just got back from my every 3 months visit to my oncologist. So on the way back, though, hit some garage sales, and I've been doing Live Journal for about 5 years, 5 or 6 years now, and I always make them look at my garage sale finds. But now I'm gonna make you look at them. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. I got this beautiful red plate. It's all sparkly and glittery, and an enormous spiral. And I love anything that's got a spiral on it. I don't know why, but I do. We didn't really go to many sales, and I say we because my mom was with me. She actually drove me because my car's being kind of funky right now. But we didn't go to a whole lot of sales because it started to get very, very hot, and she needed to get back to the office. Oddly enough, her boss wasn't in this morning because her boss is having a yard sale. The next thing is a really cute vintage tablecloth. This is only 1/4 of it, and I'm sure it's just for a little kitchen table. But it's got gray and red polka dots and this really nice central pattern, and I just love it. I love old vintage linens like this. I got that for $1. And usually when you find these vintage linens, they have weird seeing myself at this angle for a change. Usually these vintage linens have a lot of holes and stains, but this one, I opened it all up, I didn't see any holes, and it did have some places where some little black marks, but hell, I don't care. It's so pretty. One more time. There we go. I got this really neat wall clock, and as you can see, it looks kind of like a pocket watch. And I got it for 50 cents. The woman said it was her favorite clock in the whole wide world, but the crystal got broken. As you can see, there's no crystal in there, and which was okay with her, but the grandkids kept coming up to it and going, "Let's change the time, la la la." I also got a set of these Conair Hot Sticks Traveler curlers. And I thought that might be a nice, gentle way to curl my hair. And I'm definitely going to soak these in some alcohol before I use them. They looked like really clean people. It was a nice neighborhood. But I've heard these are kind of expensive, so I think for $2, I got a really good price. We went to this one yard sale. At first, we looked at it and kind of went, because it didn't look like much of anything. But the couple running it, one of them was this adorable, sexy old man with a beard, white hair and a beard. And he was just too fucking cute. And when we drove past, we were kind of driving slow and checking it out. And he started motioning to us, like waving and stuff, and motioning us into the driveway. Couldn't resist the cute old man motioning us in. And I can't even show you because I don't have my cam put up. But he made a kind of a touchdown hand gesture when we pulled in, and he says, "I put up that parking sign and y'all are the first ones that have actually pulled in here and used the parking." So he was raring to sell everything. He had a really nice table and chairs, like a dining room table and chairs, really nice, almost brand new. Sold them for $65, and he was being very flamboyant and talking to us about how he's been just practically giving stuff away. He's just wanting to get rid of it and get in before it gets hot. That's my kind of man. And I was looking at some of the boxes because they had just put out some cardboard boxes with just junk in them, like cans of spray paint, rolls of tape, and extra thread. Again, let it be known, this was a really nice house, very clean, pristine, nice neighborhood. So we came around to this box, and it had these big Ziploc bags with stuff in them. And each one was marked $1.50, and it said MRE Extra. I was like, "Mom, look at this stuff." And the man heard me, and he came rushing over and had to fill me in on it and tell me what everything was. And he says that he loves to go camping. And he loves to go camping, and he gets these MREs and uses those. And he usually doesn't use the little extra stuff like the salt and the cocoa and a lot of little extras that come along with it. So those have just kind of built up in the house. And he was telling me he goes to certain camping stores and pays between $8 and $12 for these meals. And he brought one over, like a whole one that hadn't even been opened yet. Had all the stuff in it. It's a vegetarian 3-cheese lasagna with a Lipton lemon tea, cookies, some applesauce, some breadsticks. I can't tell what all is in there. It's just everything. And it comes with a little pouch you put in with it that makes it heat up. So you end up, he says it's very, very hot. It gets very hot. You end up with a hot meal and dessert and snacks and just all kinds of little stuff in there. And he was showing it to me, and I was looking at these bags of his extra stuff, and he says, "I'll give it all to you for $2. What do you say?" I said, all of this? He goes, "Yeah, the full box plus all of these bags. Says, forget what it says on the bags. You can have them all for $2. I said, "Okay." And I told him that I thought that my little cousins might enjoy actually us taking some of this stuff, especially the stuff that heats up. And maybe in the autumn when it gets nice and crisp and the snakes have gone into hibernation, in early winter or into autumn, maybe we can go to Grandpa's house, which is way the heck out in the middle of nowhere, and go out into the woods and like have our little picnic with this stuff. But a lot of the extra stuff, like I said, well, I don't know what all it is. I'm going to let y'all see. I'm going to open a bag of this and we'll see what all's in it. Okay, let's just kind of dump some of these out. I did see one thing in there. Well, an empty bag. I think these are the little, no, crackers. Ooh. Phone's ringing in the other room. I don't care. Uh-oh, Lord. I just had a spill. Looks like some coffee, creamer, moist towelettes, salt, sugar, peanut butter. Rock on. Beverage-based powder, grape. Looks like more coffees or some gum. Look at this. This is cool. What is that? Don't know. Mystery thing. Moist towelettes, more gum, salt. But look at the itty bitty tiny Tabasco. It's got probably about 4 drops of Tabasco in it. It's so tiny and cute. So, oh look, cappuccino mocha. Baby, that is so staying here. Actually, if there's a bunch, I'll give some to my mommy because she likes that kind of stuff. Crackers, it'll come in handy when we're sick. Another little tiny Tabasco. It's so cute. Now this one has a friend. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We're on the main street going through Fayetteville, and there is this motorcycle. And I forget what brand it was. Might have been a Yamaha. And it was one of these that's got 2 wheels on the back. So it's a big 3-wheeler kind of a thing. Pretty badass looking for a motorcycle with 3 wheels. And it had this little old man driving it and this cute little old woman riding bitch seat. She had like the little old granny lady permanent, you know, white hair and the loose curly perm. And they're wearing just like blue jeans and t-shirts. They have got some kind of classic rock station blaring. And they've got strapped to the back a gorilla doll wearing a black leather jacket. And they had like the rebel flag sticker on the back of their, or was it? No, it might have been a Union Jack. I think it was a Union Jack. Union Jack sticker and an American flag flying from the back. And they had a sticker that said, "If it's too loud, you're too old." And they were so awesome. It was like all I could do not to open my window and scream at them, "You guys are awesome and cool and you rock and I love you." They were so cute. It was just the neatest thing. I'm like, my hand to God, that's how I'm going to be when I get to be gray-haired little old lady. Riding bitch seat behind a pretty cute guy for a grandpa guy. Listening to the classic rock station at top volume. If it's too loud, you're too old. I think I spent probably about $7 on the whole stash for the whole day. So, I love that. Yard sales rock me. Anyway, later kids.